tangling. Hit you in a spot with no angling. A lot of anger in it. Flash rhymes coated with spangles. Add some sounds and at times wangles. Three dots connect to rectangles. Just like music sounds connect them rambles. Hell now, no man can run away. Been a little while, but I'm still battling. Moving fast while you just prattling. No time for me, no tangling. Hit you in a spot with no angling. A lot of anger in it. Flash rhymes coated with spangles. Add some sounds and at times wangles. Three dots connect to rectangles. Just like music sounds connect them rambles. Hell now, no man can run away. Been a little while, but I'm still battling. Moving fast while you just prattling. No time for me, no tangling. Hit you in a spot with no angling. A lot of anger in it. Flash rhymes coated with spangles. Add some sounds and at times wangles. Three dots connect to rectangles. Just like music sounds connect them rambles. Hell now, no man can run away.
Hi, cuties. Wow, I turned just a moment to freaking tweet and blue sky out the stream, and the party's already started in the chat. Hi, Maddie. Hi, Rain. Hi, Seafant. How are all you cuties doing today? Yeah, we're back to playing some Final Fantasy V Advance. Last time, Galuf had to go to the grocery store, so his granddaughter Creel joined the party and took us job classes and stuff. Health and tech issues threw my stream plans out the window. Don't worry, I'll stream hard enough for both of us. Speaking of, does my mic sound okay? I was watching over the VOD from the last couple days, and it sounded a little muffled. Because I think it was taking my mic and stuff from two sources. The game's not too loud or anything? Hi, Guru. Listen to myself. Okay, cool. I sound a lot better. Just go turn on my own stream and watch it for a sec. But yeah, we're playing some Final Fantasy V Advance today. Also, how are you doing on this lovely... I guess it'd be Wednesday morning for you, Guru. Don't worry, Thursday's almost here. More? Where are you from? Can't believe you'd come all the way out here. An eerie light came from the forest and shot toward Ekstad's castle. I fell out of my seat. I think that was sealed in the forest of Moor was the crystals. Into the pube. I wish time would slow down for just 1 second. God damn, like, real. Actually real. Because, like, I feel like it was, like, maybe, I don't know, 3 or 4 days ago, last time I played Final Fantasy V, and I went to look at my VOD on YouTube, and it's been 11 days ago. The trees in the forest are alive. They understand human speech and can read minds. Uh-oh. Wood sprites are usually too shy to show themselves, but if you peep into holes in tree trunks, they might talk to you. Wood sprites hide along the road leading to the forest. They say that in the deepest part of the forest of Mar, the guardian tree which protects the seals. When I got lost in the forest, a strange little critter had helped me out. Kept saying kopu kopu or something. Damn, I can't believe you got told to cope. Gotta check every pot and barrel. Dark Souls font on screen. Ivory's tickled. Sorry, I keep having to cough a little bit. Temperature's been so cold, and even though I'm wearing warm, comfy socks, like the big ones with the fluffy, like, plastic pads on the bottom, please ignore whatever you heard falling in the background. If Dot's not on my lap, there is chaos ensuing. Exdeath has returned. Oh no, not that nightmare again after 30 years of peace. I think we got everything in the magic shop here last time. I love Creel's little pink shoes. I want little pink shoes. Okay. Bonne nuit. You know, I would love to see an art book that has, like, the original illustrations the sprite art here is based on. Because they show them off every once in a while, but I don't ever think I've seen them compiled together, at least not in anything that's available in English. Because I know last time we went into the forest and stuff like that, and we ended up in the whole predicament where Exdeath made Galuf go buy his groceries. Ding. And you know, the forest kind of maybe ever so slightly caught fire. Smokey the Bear is gonna be fucking pissed. Sorry, I had to check on something. It looked like I was like losing connectivity on my end for a second there. Can you guys still hear me okay and everything? You good? Okay. Because generally all my tech stuff works pretty good, but tech issues lie in wait in corners when you try to stream or do something online. What were you having a problem with anyway, Rain? Was it your, just like computer stuff, connectivity stuff, or... Were you having a hard time finding Paris 3? OBS being weird. My weirdest thing I have with OBS is, aside from MGBA, it is really picky about whether it'll game capture actual games. Like, it seems to do fine game capturing emulators, but like real video games I bought off Steam and or GOG and or Epic Game Store with my... I'm kidding, I've never actually bought a game from Epic Game Store, I got them all for free. But, you know, like the games I actually bought, it seems really nitpicky, and I usually have to do full screen capture. As much as I do love sharing with my entire audience when Rain goes live and it sends me the Steam notification that she's playing Risk of Rain for another 6 hours. A singular run of Risk of Rain 3. Is there a 3? I'm not being sarcastic. I'm kind of new to like indie games and stuff, so I don't quite keep up with them as tightly as I obsess over my RPGs and all that. Oh. I mean, I'm sure there will be someday. I feel like ROR 2 is one of those games that just, like, everybody plays. Then again, like, my circle is mostly PC and or Nintendo-centric game enthusiasts. So it could just be, like, confirmation bias on my part. But even outside the thing, it still seems like a popular thing people just like to pick up and dive into for a little bit at a time, and by a little bit at a time I mean like 3 or 4 hours. I admit though, Rain, I am actually really looking forward to more of your streams with the Pokemon and stuff. because I'm really excited to see what teams you're gonna build. I love, like... Oops. Forgot I had it on memory curse there. I love seeing people's Pokemon teams for, like, different runs and stuff. Or even just Pokemon teams for, like, casually playing through the game. I sure hope I can find something cool to do with all these turtle shells. If I get to 99, I'm just gonna sell a bunch of them. Maybe they'll shell out some more cash for me. Also, I hope they're okay with me spoiling the surprise, but Maddie actually showed me that they caught a freaking, like, shiny Alpha Hisuian Sneasler on Legends Arceus. And it just made me think about, like, I'd actually like to play Legends Arceus some more. I love the game so much. And I never actually finished the whole Pokedex and everything for it, which I'd like to do. But it has one of the most, like, obnoxious control decisions. I understand why they did it, but my brain just cannot ever adapt to the menu being up on the D-pad. I guess the Forest of More is no more. You did Arceus the Arceus? It's another one of those things just like that. That's why control options are important. Like, the amount of fucking times I've just randomly, like, thrown a Pokeball when I meant to do something else. Though also, when I was playing some ZA earlier today, Dot just kept running up and headbutting my controller, so I'm just, like, throwing away Ultra Balls. Keep meaning to ask, how is the Animal Crossing New Leaf update? It's awesome. I haven't messed with the hotel stuff too much, but the option to multi-craft and... Okay, not only can you multi-craft, so like, if, let's say you're crafting like a piece of furniture, like a chair or something, you want 3 of it, you can just have a little thing where you can press like the Y button and select how many of that chair you want to make if you have enough materials. And you can also craft and customize with materials from your storage. You don't have to be holding it in your inventory anymore. Plus, you can upgrade your storage up to 9,000. Nap time. That update is so sexy. I have mixed feelings because I wish they released it earlier, but I think we can get... I've been obsessed with the hotel. Like, I'm still waiting to find out how to get, like, the NES and Super Nintendo and stuff like that, because one of my biggest things, is that I really wanted there to be more classic game consoles besides just getting a Switch in Animal Crossing. Especially because, like, the Switch doesn't even do anything. You just talk to it and it makes the clicky-click sound, and that's it. Because I think with the hotel, you're supposed to be able to get more of the retro consoles and stuff. And it's kind of cute because they can connect to, like, NSO, and you can just play that directly off of Animal Crossing. You want me to send you one? You don't have to do that. Actually, though, Maddie, remind me, I need to send you some of the Zelda stuff, because I think you need Zelda amiibos to unlock that. Shit, that's right, I need to go ahead and buy some more of that. Damn it, if only I could get my AverMedia thing to actually function. Shit, dude, I could just stream Animal Crossing. I mean, I play it every day anyway. I wouldn't stream it every day, but I'm just like, it could be a thing if I just want to hang out with you guys and yap. We got our Windrake, let's go exploring. Considering getting a direct so I can show newer friends my island. Oops. Been a while since I let people into my hell. I just imagine that you have like Eurobeat playing and there's a bunch of like cars everywhere. The king won't be returning, it's more important to protect the castle. No one left to depend on but you. Please, defeat Exeth. I mean, you're close. Do you like my car? Also, I kind of want to hook up the, Marvel's Animal Crossing is a cult game because of how I decorate my islands. See, I think I talked to all these guys last stream. In oh, it hurt all over. You must be a professional artist. The attack on the barrier tower was successful. Dang it, I should have been there if only I hadn't been wounded. Oh, it hurt all over. The king is dead. You're all career artists, and they made the unforgivable mistake of sitting in place working on one thing for 6 hours, not getting anything to snack on, or hydrating. So that's what happens if you don't hydrate. You don't hydrate, I come find you. Hello? Well, that's kind of tempting me to try not to. See, I do the thing where my water container is in front of my lips and I'm sucking in it like a pacifier. Valid. Been in here? Feel like I have. Undergrounder, yeah, I recognize these guys, okay. Also, one thing I highly recommend, especially if you're in a sit-at-a-desk kind of career or whatever, keep some chapstick on hand. I mean, I mentioned it before, but like my skin gets super duper dry. Because I'm very mixed, like on both sides of my family, all the grandparents are different ethnicities. And somehow I just managed to get every single dry skin gene. Seeing a lot of Cornagos. That sounded hurtful. I didn't mean that. Let's never fail to let me know I'm dry. It's like a cat's nose or a dog's nose. Like if a cat or dog ever has a dry nose, I'm always worried. People say drinking water should prevent that, but it doesn't. It doesn't for me either. Like, it definitely helps, for sure, but it's like, no, I need some chapstick or something. I say this, and I think I took my chapstick to the dining room table when I was, like, working on my journal earlier and never brought it back in here with. Covered in gummy liquid. I wish. I'll take dry skin in cold weather over melting anything in 80 degrees or above. Got lotion and chapstick. Dude, my hands get so freaking dry. I mean, it probably doesn't help that I'm a wash my hands-aholic. I'm not like a germaphobe. But also, hi LD, it's always wonderful to see you again in here. How are you doing today? Alex says you know your first stage of dehydration, but it's annoying. Very true. Been feeling a little better, LD? I know you said you had some computer troubles. I feel like washing your hands is like a neurospicyism. Exeth has returned to his castle. Lady Creel, please, take care of yourself. Had to wipe my computer and finished installing most stuff. I feel like you've had to wipe your computer a few times recently. I wonder how many non-tech savvy people be like, oh, you need to wipe your computer to fix the issue. And you're like, oh, okay. So they'll go to Walmart and they'll buy that little, like, 50 pack of, like, computer screen wipes. And they'll be like, well, I got the dust off, but it didn't help. Of course, like, having to have worked, like, in a place that sold electronics, like with phones, video games, computers, and all that stuff, you would be shocked how many people, and it's not just old people, but you'd be shocked how many people, thought that the monitor was the entire computer. Like, everything was in there. And there are some all-in-one computers that are just, like, all in the monitor, but a lot of people didn't have computers like that. And they just assumed that, like, the monitor was the whole computer. It's much less common now. Because, you know, this is, like, years ago, but because, like, post-2020, I feel like the general people understand computers a bit better. I'm not surprised young people are not tech-savvy because how simplified touchscreens are for the monitor thing, yeah. No, for sure. It's like you'd think, you know, a lot of people in my age range, you know, in like their late 20s to early 40s kind of range, kind of tend to assume that, you know, the kids raised on tech are going to be, a little more tech-savvy, but it's usually the exact opposite. That, and I feel like people who grew up in the 90s and early 2000s were the only people taught internet safety. And it always fucks me up that, like, the same adults that would harp on us for internet safety be like, never give your real name out on the internet. The second Facebook had any kind of mainstream popularity, they'd be like, yeah, my name's Doug Jones. This is where I work. This is my age. This is my birthday. This is my social security number. This is a list of my greatest fears. This is my address. A lot of my friends didn't have personal computers. It doesn't faze me that a lot of my age doesn't know how to use computers. Also, I feel like PCs in general aren't really as common for recreational use in Japan. I feel like they're mostly looked at least from what I've gathered, they're mostly looked at as something you mess with at work. Things are too user-friendly. They actively discourage people from tinkering around. I mean, a lot of things are literally built for, like, with anti-tinkering. Like, they don't want you experimenting, trying anything new. Stay engaged in the algorithm. Here's a zoomed-in picture of my weak point. Oh, I thought that glowing orange spot was just an aesthetic choice. I hate people just giving their kids touch devices because they don't want to be parents. I mean, the tech is new, but the philosophy's not. There are, you know, like, I remember when I was a kid, people just give their kids that were my age, just literally anything, just so they would stop talking and stop getting up and doing things. It's just phones make it too convenient because they basically just have unlimited entertainment at their fingertips. Case in point, the Windows blue screen changing from a real error code to a oops. I'm sorry, I had a little boo-boo. Depends on your profession, honestly, that's true. Because you can correct me about this if I'm wrong, but I remember reading something about how, like, Sero only rates games for consoles. So games released on Steam in Japan have a different rating system, because I know that a lot of games, like, even ones made in Japan, like the Resident Evil 2 remake, Resident Evil 7, and of course a lot of Western games like the Last of Us series and, like the Doom games and stuff like that, even their Sero Z ratings are censored in Japan compared to, like, the international release, but their PC releases aren't. Because I did watch a good bit of Korone, Inugami Korone, play Doom, like the 2016 Doom, on PC in Japanese. And it didn't have any content removed or anything, didn't leave any of the blood out. It also had a surprisingly good, like, full Japanese dub, and the script seemed pretty solid from what I could glean. Kids like me who grew up on computers are very slow when it comes to mobile tablets. I really wish the map in this game was labeled. I'm probably asking a bit much from a Super Nintendo game that came out in 1992. See, my thing is like, I actually never grew up around computers. My mom actually was fairly knowledgeable because she had to use computers a lot for a lot of her work. But, like, I never really had a computer at home until, like, 2012. And I kind of have a mild distaste for the standard computer interface. I mean, it's something I got used to out of necessity, but I just feel like it's unintuitive because it's designed by people who've always used computers for people who've always used computers. So, like, I understand people attaching to mobile devices, but I strongly dislike that a lot of mobile devices, this is mostly an Apple thing at first, but a lot of Android devices are like that too, as was mentioned before, are deeply anti-tinker, to the point where they just really aggressively do not want you doing anything, repairing anything yourself. Oh man, there was a big party here and everybody's drunk. Okay, well, before we go out drinking, I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back, cuties. I am back. It's all chilly, so I went ahead and got my hand gloves and put those on. I also remembered to go get my chapstick from the kitchen. Oh, correct, thank you. It's cotton candy flavored chapstick. I don't know why, but my mom let me have a computer way too young. It didn't really monitor my activity. It's a miracle I wasn't groomed due to my shyness and reluctance to talk to anyone. His lips moisturize me. Yeah, I'm moist. I have cotton candy flavored kisses right now.
Xstats on the top floor. Xstats just waltzed through, completely powerless against him. Sock Xstats won for us.
Hell yeah, I love socks. They keep my toes nice and warm.
Couldn't do a thing. Ugh, so strong.
A save point. Uh-oh. Oh, it's a recovery spring. Dude, free heals and a save point? Oh my god, we're in trouble. Does anyone else have the problem of going to bed with your socks on and then waking up without them on? I swear, I think there's a sock goblin taking off my socks. Some magical buff enchanted fairy who's like, I like girls who like cars and have good feet. No, healing's so good. It's always a sign, it's a good sign when a game loads you up with healing. Remind, don't need that metal image. I don't know, I love, like, the idea of pixies or fairies, because, I mean, they have to reproduce, so they can't all just be, like, cisgendered girls like you usually see in media. So, I always think of, like, you know, obviously there must be guy fairies, but if there are some of them that are guys, if they develop the same way that, like, human males do, that means they're, like, you know, little pixie fairies buzzing around that are, like, big buff dudes, or they're, you know, fairies buzzing around that are, like, middle-aged balding guys with a bit of a tummy. Not complaining about either one, mind you. Xstats on the top floor. Me. Continually goes further into the basement. Nailed it. Gosh, I'm so good at video games, you guys. Oh boy, all the enemies are dropping free potions. The beauty standards of elves being the equivalent of South Koreans, I feel once they get old, they execute them. Fairies and elves are different. And also, any beauty standards like that are bullshit. Like, one of the worst gaslights that freaking, like 70s and 80s American TV shows and movies, like one of their worst gaslights was convincing us that like guys with a little bit of pudge, you know, or maybe like a balding a little bit, were like schlubby and unattractive, when like no, like they're just as attractive as any other kind of person. I don't know, I hate the concept of beauty standards in general, because it's like, sure, taking care of yourself is good. Yeah, fuck beauty standards. Absolutely. Absolutely. I told you the story, but my brother literally did not know that old men in Korea exist because of K-pop. That's kind of terrifying. But no, it's like, you can obviously make sure to take care of yourself, you know, eat better, exercise, etc. But it's like, you can't control the body you're born in. And sometimes, no matter how good you took care of yourself, you know, sometimes you just have male pattern baldness in your DNA. You know, sometimes you like you just end up pudgy because that's just how you're built. You know, it's a nightmare in East Asia. It's like I love so much pop culture in a lot of Asia, Korea, Japan, even some Chinese stuff I've recently tried out. It's been pretty cool. But like, gosh, it's like beauty standards are hell. It's awful. I mean, like, it's bad in America, but it's coming around a little bit. I feel like a lot of queer people especially hate beauty standards. Of course, because a lot of us are non-standard. Just how we're built. That's just how we are. And I'm not just talking about, like, people who are trans, but it's just, like, in general. Because a lot of us are not only non-standard, but we're not attracted to the standard. Because I can't help but wonder how many people thought they were, like, ace at some point. Because TV or movies or whatever never represented the kind of person they're actually attracted to. Part of me's a little afraid that there's a Korean boom because of toxic beauty standards. I worry about that a little bit too. I mean, like I said, I do like a lot of Korean music and pop culture and stuff, but like, or like, you know, pop culture things like, you know, like TV shows, anime, stuff like that. But, yeah, like, the beauty standards are, like, super duper toxic. Second floor. Blind wolf, I see. Content's great, but the push to be skinny since the West to no, dude, I'm sorry, but Sir Mix-a-Lot solved this problem in like 1989. We do not need to go backwards on this. What a lot of people don't realize is the song Baby Got Back is actually supposed to be an empowerment song for curvy bodies. It's not just him being thirsty. And it was a necessary song to put out there because at the time, in the tail end of the 80s and the early 90s, there's what's been retroactively referred to as heroin chic, where literally, like, the beauty standard of the time was, like, super flat as a board skinny, you know, like, no ass, no boobs, like, really tiny frame, and it's like, there's nothing wrong with looking like that. Plenty of people like that are super attractive. But that's an impossible standard for 99% of the population because that's just not how their bodies are built. Like, beauty doesn't have a standard. Yeah, Back is a thirsty... Well, I mean, it's a thirsty song, but that's not its only thing. It definitely is still a thirsty song. But even then, at that point, being thirsty for a woman who had, like, a full figure and curves was considered revolutionary, almost. At least for the time period it was in. But then again, I feel like beauty standards in general are just another capitalism way to sell you something. You know, I just really completely skated over the fact that that red bunny was called Hellraiser. It all comes back to hating capitalism. I mean, that's one of those things like when you're younger and you hear, you know, more left-leaning people be like, capitalism is ruining everything. You think they're being extreme and exaggerating, and then you get to the point where you're an adult and you're like, oh no. It is literally ruining everything. Yeah, I think that was Creel's first level up. I mean, I know she inherited all of Gallus levels, but that's like her first level as Creel. You know, I feel like I'm on the top floor, but I'm noticing a distinct lack of X-steps over here. Because I think, like, I'm pretty sure all these enemies are new. I don't really recognize any of them. I mean, aside from them being, like, palette swaps of ones we saw before, but... We really gotta stop digging deep in these streams. That's the thing, I have my two modes, Slutty Nerd, and, the world needs change, and we're the only ones who can do it. You're on the top floor, did you find any Beyblades? I can't believe that Hellraiser just rose a monster from hell! I haven't found any Beyblades yet, but we're looking. I swear, every goon that I know wants to change the world. Well, yeah, that's because, like, okay, you've heard of post-nut clarity? Well, if you're a gooner, then your mind's pretty much always clear. Never surface level about their activism. Taking care of your third leg also opens your third eye. You masturbate and just sit on know how to solve world hunger? I mean, solving world hunger is really easy. We have the resources and distribution networks to do it. It's just the fact that a small percentage of the people have the greater percentage of the money, and they don't want to do anything to actually help people. They just want more money for some reason. There's a limit to how much money any living person could ever need. So I don't know what the point is. Rapid fire. Infinite growth river capitalism continues to ruin everything. Am I actually on the top floor? Am I deceiving myself? Imagine how objectively better the world would be without a double-digit amount of certain people. It's wild no one's really trying to make that happen. Dead end, huh? Real, where are you going? There's nothing in here. No, there is. All of this is an illusion created by X stuff. What? Are you certain? Grandpa, give me strength. I see. Galuf has fallen off his whale. Doggin, Caesart, Galuf have all shuffled off this mortal coil. Fear I haven't much longer either.
Lord Kelga!
It's nearing the time for that longest of rests. Who goes there? Galuf. Galuf, is it you? Creel is... Galuf. Understood. Everyone, lend me your strength.
Lord Kelga?
Let us rend the illusion Exdeath has created. This is my last wish and last command. Send all your power to Exdeath's castle.
Lord Kelga!
I see. Grandpa and a wolf man?
It must be Kelger.
Everyone's power. Lovely decor. I'm just gonna go ahead and go back home. This is a lovely place you got here. Oh, dude, even the battle background change really brings out the death. I mean, that's the difference between Death and X-Death, is when you defeat X-Death, you get 2 prize cards. Though I can't help but wonder if, oh boy, it affected the whole castle. I can't help but wonder if the X-Death name thing is kind of a localization snafu. And that his name is actually supposed to be Exodus. But then again, like, I also do wonder if it's like one of those things where, because a lot of times there will be like puns between words that work in Japanese, because like a big one is the English name of the game Fight Crab, because the words crab and club are actually pronounced the same with a Japanese accent, kurabe. Treasure box. 2 treasure box. Gimme, gimme, treasure box. Gimme, gimme. Also, feeling real tired, so I think maybe another day for voice chat. I feel like, yeah, probably. I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow. Probably not, but we'll see. Slice. Items. What we got? What we got? Ether! Get over here. Oh shit, Krill's got blinded. Blinded by the light. I do actually totally dig the vibe of this battle background now. Oh no, I never finished what I was saying before. It's like, even though I have my warm, comfy house socks on, since I actually have to sit down with my feet on the floor to be able to use my mic setup the way I have everything, my toesies are always on the floor and they're cold. Diamond shield. Ooh, it's got Dialga. Items. That's why I went ahead and just bought 90 of everything. Okay, well, Ferris has a diamond shield. That means you got one in case anybody changes to another job class with a heavy armor then. Maybe you need to double layer. I mean, maybe. I need to get, like, long... See, that's the real problem I've been having. I need to buy long freaking thigh-high socks with stripes on them. And I guess I'm supposed to play Fallout New Vegas? Lorraine's been gender longer than I have, so I guess I'll have to ask her, the real expert. Meat is stored in the stripes, of course. Get banonged. You know, I feel like even without the darkness status effect, my characters keep freaking missing a lot. Okay, going downstairs so I can go back to the safety point. That's why grills have those bars to simulate the It all makes sense. Fallout 4 isn't required, but Celeste is. Well, I already own Celeste. Fallout's like gender DLC. Gotcha. That is certainly pulsating. So the lava is not a recovery spring anymore. Feel a little ripped off. And I've been a little touchy with the inputs, but I'm so glad that the freaking GameStar controller I have has a decent D-pad. I feel like D-pads are one of the big things that, like, every modern controller seems to screw up lately. Like, the PlayStation 5 D-pad is much worse and less comfortable than the PS4 one. Xbox has never really had good D-pads. Like, they go in and out of being okay, but they've never been good. And Nintendo, who is usually the bastion of D-pads, somehow just cannot get it right with the Switch and beyond. Like, theirs aren't... They're still the best D-pads, but they're still a far cry from any other D-pad they've had before then. Random assortment of indie games that only 80 people know about is good to fill in the gender gaps. Fair. Also, try making your own game, usually stopping at the idea stage. I mean, a lot of my manga ideas are, stuff I wanted to make video games about when I was a kid. Because when I was really little, I wanted to make video games until I figured out, like, until I discovered what making a video game actually entails. Not that there's anything wrong with the process of making a video game, I just thought it was much quicker and simpler. Because, you know, I was a kid. So, but then again, like, big shocker, most of the game ideas I wanted to make were RPGs. So a lot of those ideas live on in, like, my comic and story ideas and stuff. Video games aside, having a hobby that's somewhat obsolete in everyday life, like wool spinning or making butter. I can't help but imagine my characters in video game form, like I daydreamed a 3D model of Robbie running around in a semi-open world. A lot of times, I'll think of my characters and stuff in, like the art style of the modern Guilty Gear games, like Strive. As well, a lot of cel-shaded games prove that you can do the anime style really well in 3D. The big issue a lot of 3D anime runs into is they try to put it at 16 or 24 frames per second, because that's usually how animation, like hand-drawn animation, goes. But it just makes 3D look choppy and awkward. Usually imagine mine as visual novel PNGs. Seems saying either Guilty Gear or the style of the jump games. Like J-Star's Victory Versus, that kind of thing. Though even though I like the game Jump Force a lot more than most other people do, it's so funny with all these characters like having their manga designs with hyper-realistic textures, because it's like they turned the whole Nintendo hire this man into an actual game. The one thing with cel-shaded games I absolutely want to give huge praise to is I love how, like, Xenoblade 2 and 3, with the cel shading, they have, like, a kind of subtle, warm glow on the character's skin. Magic Dragon. Puff? I was kind of thinking it too. You got puffed out. A dragon, a lizard, and a wizard walk into Exdeath's castle. Okay, wait, I have to go back. I feel like I missed something. See, this is my problem. Why every game takes me forever because I have to go see everything and I won't just move ahead. But then again, most of you have sat around watching me play like 140 hours of Pokemon Crystal and still show up, so... Then again, now that I think about it, it's a little weird how many people go to, like, streams or YouTube Let's Plays or whatever, and they get, like, really upset when the streamer isn't playing the game the way they would. I mean, I get getting upset if the streamer's, like, playing a, story-based game and they're skipping all the dialogue or something like that. But it's like the people who get really upset that someone's, like, not running the optimal builds or whatever. And I'm like, if you just want to play the game your way, just go play the game. Because, like, I feel like you go to a stream or watch a Let's Play to kind of see someone else's experience as, you know, part of the way to engage with the game. If it's one you've already played, of course. There's gained a job level, equip swords. Boom. Ice shield, that's cool. 3 magic dragons. You know, did I ever buy any more whatchamacallums? I did not. Oh, I got some flame spells. Water spells. Become moistened. Become old lightning man. Could come from a place of wanting to have the same fun or best experience they had. Or just being kind of dumb. I think it just comes from the unfortunate tendency for people to be raised to think everything's a zero-sum game, so if their way's the right way, then everything else must be wrong. When obviously there's no right or wrong way to have a personal experience with something. I mentioned before, unlike other forms of art, games are a collaborative art form because the developer crafts it, but the actual art itself isn't completed without the player participation. And crafting how to help a player participate in itself is an art form. It's like when, like, a lot of people complain that older games don't, like, aren't clear on what you should go do next, like older RPGs. When a lot of times if you just go around and talk to all the NPCs, they'll tell you, maybe not directly, but they'll hint at you where to go, MP plus 10%. So it may not be a big glowing green arrow on the map, but you know, people not only beat these games before, but they beat them without internet connectivity. That and a lot of older games just aren't as big as they feel. And once you realize, like, there's only so many things you can interact with, things you can do, places you can go, you realize it's not really that daunting at all if you just be willing to experiment. But then again, I feel like that also is a modern thing, and weirdly enough, older people, I feel like, are worse about this than younger people now. But of people treating their backlog like it's a job or a checklist, and they just try to get through every game as fast as possible to get it over with, and I'm like, I'm not going to police how you engage with your media, but I feel like you're not getting the enjoyment you want out of that. Because I truly only like to go to a guide when I'm super duper stuck, or if it's been like years since I played a game and I want a quick refresher. But granted, a lot of games now that come out, even remasters of older games, will have like a synopsis or a, you know, last time when you played, you did this and this happened. Do not confusion me. Again, I know I'm not perfect about this myself, I'm sure, but I try my best to be considerate and think about Adamantite Golem. It looks like he's having like a really hard time getting out of his chair. See, he didn't hydrate, now all his muscles are all crinkly. I think we talk about Adamantite Golem every now and then. Yes, I am aware that my, like, live ADHD in action, watching me freaking just completely cut myself off in mid-sentence. Did everybody grab your sugar-free, caffeine-free beverage of choice? Red Bull is not an option in the beverage of choice, by the way. And take a nice big sippy. Alrighty. Of course, I have my water tumbler full of delicious mizu. One thing I really want to get myself out of the habit of is, like in turn-based games like Final Fantasy, when I, am waiting for, like, my turn to come up, I'll mash the confirm button, which accomplishes literally nothing. I feel like it's just like one of those old bad habits that, you know, like a lot of people who grew up on RPGs picked up, you know, just wanting to like hit the menu as soon as it pops up or whatever. Meow. Also, thinking about it, when I do Final Fantasy VI and Chrono Trigger, I think I'm gonna do the Super Nintendo versions. Kind of get the, like, original experience. Because Final Fantasy V was never originally released in North America for the Super Nintendo in 1992. And even though it did get a PlayStation 1 release in 1999, that version's got some pretty rough load times, and the localization's not the best. Kind of the reason I decided to go with the GBA version. Even though I actually did have the PS1 version of Final Fantasy V growing up, I didn't quite get it though, even though I already played like 6 and 7 and Tactics. Mandatory 6-7 joke. I wasn't gonna say it. No, it's actually super funny how that lands, because like 6 and 7 were the Final Fantasies that I grew up with and really made me like a big fan of the series. Granted, like, I feel like liking those two is, like, the most vanilla ice cream-ass Final Fantasy VII you can, or Final Fantasy opinion you can have, but, like, they're just really good. 6th floor. Treasure box, 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 treasure box. Gimme, gimme. Banderquarrel? Crash Banderquarrel. Should I Crash Bandicoot? The thing is, if I do the Crash games, I kind of want to start with the second one, because, like, I mean, Crash 1's a fine game, but it's just not as fun as the other two. It's just like, I'm just gonna end up streaming like every video game I own. I have a cousin who's a race car driver whose number is 67, and my dad has multiple things with 67 on it around the house, so I can't avoid it. Well, again, also the fact that, like I said, my mom would have been 67 in 2025. Can't wear any of the shirts with his number on it for a full year. Do not stone Ferris. Give me a break. Car? Car? Don't want to be accosted by middle and high schoolers. Gonna take my car to the city. Oh, things are going downhill fast. Bruh. Oh, I am so not in the mood for this. Yeesh. Sorry, Bartz. Okay. Magic. Raise. Oh shit, she mastered White Mage. Hell yeah. Gold Meal. Okay. Jorb. Oh, we got 3 mastered job classes. Let's freaking go, guys. Okay. What does she have as her secondary right now? Time magic. Ooh, go back. I don't want to waste precious job points on classes that aren't going to get anything else out of it. Let's see here. Actually, yeah, let's go ahead and work on Time Mage and give her White as her secondary. I know that's not changing much about her layout or anything, but... See, I do not want that Dancing Dagger. She can go ahead and have the Morning Star. Sage's Miter. Luminous Robe. Silver Stacks. Starkness. National Wine Company. Let's go ahead and give her the effin' mantle. Okay, we're gonna need to change your job class to, you know... I think 66-7 is gonna linger like 69. It's hard to tell. I feel like 69's staying power is because it does have like the whole sexual undertone. So it's got like layers beyond the meme. Let's go and put you back in Sumner for now. Minuchi, Animals, Zinninage, Rapid Fire, perform 4 weaker attacks at once, Control, Calm, points at screen, White, Black, Equip Bows, Shira Hadori, I mean, 69's more productive, like you kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Like the Congress of a Crow. It might be here until like early 2027, some resurgences every now and then. It's just the 60s are just the most memeable. Give you the silver specs so you don't get darkness. They're just the most memeable 10s digit. Oh my gosh, Krilly in the summoner outfit, she is so adorable. Hope it comes back in 2067. I think at least the people who are alive to remember it will definitely have at least a little something. I hope we're all alive for 2069. Right, let's go ahead and work on Mystic Knight, which was the original. Let's see here. Guard. Absorb direct physical attack, image, spell blade, which is what she's already got on. Throw, smoke, every day. White, equip shields, equip swords, armor, 2-handed, cover, first strike. Magic shell. Actually, let's go ahead and give her cover. Great sword, that's alright. Shields, diamond helm, diamond armor, gauntlets. Need food badly. That's only 18 years. God fucking damn it. Maddie, don't make me do math. I mean, we'll all still be kicking in 40 years, right? I know. One thing Gen Z has in common with teens back in the 60s is lack of hope for the future. I mean, as someone who was alive in the 90s, I have hope for the future because I know that, like, I've seen a time where things can be good. I did not heal Bartz. Oh fuck, oh shit. You can believe that is the reason song It's a Small World is to lift up the mood during that time? Like, damn, I thought it was just annoying dolls. I think that's just true of teens from most decades. I mean, yeah, I feel like everybody kind of has a phase where, like, they discover edge and bleakness. And they kind of want to try it on for a little while. Boy, I'm running out all Girly Pop's MP in here. There's a treasure box over there! In the void! And it must be mine. All treasure boxes must be mine. Now it's kind of strange to not have that feeling into your 30s at least half the time. I mean, in general, like, people just age slower and stay younger longer. I guess it's true what I mean by the weariness of mass destruction, since that worry back in the 60s they were worried Russia would strike them. Wait a minute. I don't mean by edge, but like an actual outside force that's out of your control touch you. I know what you mean. Okay, well, bye, I guess. Ow. The world's on fire. How about yours? Oh shit, we're in trouble. I mean, technically, this game predates the existence of Absol and Pokemon in general. But then again, it could come from the same lo-fi sound bank, too. Well, lo-fi, I just mean like digital sound bank. It's kind of like if you've ever played Tales of Exilia, the menu cancel sound from Exilia is the same as when you're putting away a tool in Animal Crossing New Horizons. Oh, golly gee willikers, I'm getting tired of that bullshit. Real tired. Why don't you dust yourself, buckaroo? Power staff. Time to de-unalive everybody. Honestly, smacking around the adamantite golems isn't so bad. It's just the freaking black warlocks with the freaking kill, murder, death spells. A little bit irritating. Okay, so it seems like walking around in lava hurts. Fire, indeed hot. Baby, how does fire work? Who knew? Oh, anyway, time to set myself on fire again. There's fucking random battles in the lava? Why would you do that? Guys, I have found out about private water slides at a love hotel. Babe, put your penis away, I want to slide. I mean, you can do both. Okay, if my kids can handle that. Not at the same time. But 69's been around since 1877. That's some staying power. Sex? What are you even saying? There's a water slide that needs slid on. Get your priorities in order. You just want a little slide before and after the slide. Dual wield. Hayatebo. Ah, yeah. Look, it's got an attack power of 69. Let's freaking go. Get the lube strictly for water slide to go at Mach speeds. Oh, homegirl's out of MP. Don't know why I thought you meant at the same time. Well, they're like, love hotels, their whole thing is being like an experience. So, of course, you guys could go out and do all kinds of fun, goofy stuff for the date. And then when you get back home, you like freaking slide on your belly and let him stick it and slide down. No, he'll be at the end of the slide and you just land on it. Like,
I hope Babe hurries up. I'm kind of starting to go soft. This water's cold.
the efficiency, see? You slide right onto it, literally. Okay, Bartz has mastered Ninja. You crazy kids. Let's work on Samurai next. The Zinninage, step up fast and use first skill to make me throw this cash. No, we're making crazy kids. Okay, wear the white magic for just a sec. Air knife, that's how you greet a knife in German. I guess for now I'll go ahead and keep you with learning just in case we run into another enemy skill. Giggle count is 1 now. I'm glad we're getting there. We're giggling. Ow, 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 ow. Also a knife that's a child of royalty. That too. Here. Realizing I'm such a cheapskate that the Zinninage ability is kind of useless and I might need to give Bartz something else. Rapid fire! Damn, go off, girly pop. Babe, I don't want to go home. Me either, babe. Let's go to Waterslide Hotel. Oh, you know me so well. Okay, we made it through the Absol lava. I really wish there was a spot I could use a tent right now or something. Wet and wild and wild and wet and hotel. See, we're going all the way, making sure you stay hydrated. Do not the death. Go into the rift, what the fuck? Minayuchi! Shit, now Bartz is almost out of MP. Thrown into the rift, idiot. Rapid fire. This girl is setting things on fire. Oh, shit, Micaiah. You didn't even need to go into the lava that time. I just pressed the button too hard. Toes are so cold you act on instinct. It's like toes must be warm. What is it with this fucking tower and these bullshit insta-death spells? Single-digit degrees over here. Wouldn't mind stepping on some lava either. Okay, everybody's just getting equipped with white magic for a moment because we're running out of MP on everybody. Of course, I kind of forget I can just change this stuff whenever I want to. I mean, I don't think I need to say whose castle it is. Okay, you know what? Fair. And this doesn't look ominous whatsoever. Oui, c'est rare? I feel like this is some mythological thing I'm unfamiliar with, and I pronounced it very wrong. The heck? Doesn't matter, Krillay shot it with 1,000 arrows and now it's dead. Treasure box, treasure box, treasure box, treasure box! Ice brand. My brand! These chicks don't even know the name of my brand. Nobody can equip it right now. Blue Dragon for the Xbox 360? Oh, I'm about to be mildly irritated. Come the hell on, dude! I am not in the mood for this! My quick search is just a red harpy. Kotetsu! Let's go shorter katana with an emphasis on ease of use. Impu.
Oh, thank goodness.
Alright, cottage time. Alrighty. Before we take on whatever's on the other side of this door, I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick, probably run another ad. I'll be back in just a minute. Everybody take a moment to stretch. Take a sippy of your water if you haven't. Be right back. Cottage, more like cottage cheese, am I right, guys? Haha! My wife left me. Hey, I love cottage cheese. I'll be right back. Alright, cuties. Is everybody ready to go on and take on the other side of this door? 8th floor. I see treasure box. Treasure box, treasure box, treasure box, treasure box. Yes! Elixir. Yellow Dragon. Special Pikachu edition. Oh my god, I can't believe the developers of freaking Final Fantasy V were Gen 1ers. Where are you? Leap out. 38. 5,798 HP. Okay. No evident weaknesses now. Looking like Buddha's hand. Let's go. I want to try to actually take on the red and blue dragons now that I know I can heal myself. Dink. Went to a competitive camping tournament once. It was intense. Got back from brushing my teeth and bathrooming myself. Nice. Dude. Nice. Having nice clean toothies is always a wonderful feeling. Why am I getting a million billion back attacks lately? Of course, like, when I played the Final Fantasy games when I was younger, I didn't really understand the row system. I explained it early on when we were playing, but since a lot of people who weren't watching the early streams are here, with the row system, you have your normal attack and defense when you're on the front row, but when you're on the back row, your attack is halved, but your defense is doubled. However, there are some weapons, like the bow and arrow that Krilly's using. I still have no idea how her name's supposed to be pronounced in English. The fuck? But the bow and arrow that Krill's using, for example, that can attack with the same damage as it would normally from the back row. Not just the specific one she's using, but any bow and arrow. Because they're called long-range weapons. I don't know exactly what I'm looking at, but I like the blind wolves, and this guy too. Oh shit. Get up. Snatch waist, damn. I know, right? I'm kind of jealous. Also, that Magic Shell ability comes with the Magic Knight job class, and it activates automatically. It doesn't use Ferris's turn. Whenever she's in critical hit range, or in critical ranges, and her HP is, like, really low. Ooh, got another Hayate bow? That's crazy. I made that sound a little sarcastic, but that's actually, like, a crazy rare drop. That's awesome. Let's just keep going, not gonna try to bait the dragons. Listen guys, that's my weakness. If you haven't guessed from the Pokemon Crystal stream, I just really like grinding and watching number go up. $9,900 gil. Hell yeah. Big money dollar. Communist Rock Festival. I got hella bands. Job level Zeninage. Apologize, but my Titan summon has become the I don't want to deal with your bullshit button. I'm gonna sneak back to the save point and throw down another tent. Also guys, has my, like, audio and stuff, it sounded better to me when I listened on it to, like, my own stream for a second there early on, but has everything been sounding okay with my voice and the game audio? Oh hey, they came to hang out anyway. Good. You're fine. Awesome. Good to hear it. Fire. Boom. Something like that does. I mean, I guess it's not weak to fire. It doesn't seem to do explicitly more damage than it was before. Shit. Heck yeah! Awesome! 13 ABP, holy shit. Saving again, because that's what I do. Well, the thing is, remember, in the config menu, there's the bestiary, so whenever we battle an enemy, it gets added to the bestiary. We did miss a few, it seems. And we can actually see their HP and their drops and their NP and all their stats and everything, weaknesses. It's ice, earth, and water. Immune to earth, weak to nothing, absorbs ice. Like, I'm not super duper gonna go crazy. Weak to rapid fire. Ayo. In general, it seems like the bows and long range weapons do more damage to airborne enemies. Okay, wait, actually. Making Gaia work tonight. Okay, this is gonna sound super silly, but when I play a lot of games, especially RPGs, I forget I can just use all my stuff, even in like a random battle. So I'll just make a game way harder than on myself than it needs to be for no reason. Like, I feel like I have to save everything for the boss fights or whatever. Ooh, a big shiny. Gotta earn that rent. Ow. All the time. What, earn your rent? Summoning Gaia? Not using everything in an RPG? Saying ow whenever you walk across anything in the floor that hurts? Saying ow, not using your items, all of the above. I have this kind of, I guess, silly, almost verbal tech kind of thing. God fucking damn it. Of like... Okay, so how do I not make the floor disappear? Can't walk down, can't walk over, no hidden tile there. Okay, because I think that thing there is going to be like a trial fight for a summon spirit. You know, like, I have this verbal tick of where, like, if, like, let's say my backpack gets snagged on something, I'll say ow, even though, like, I myself did not take any damage. Yeah, that's what I figured. Ow. Treasure box. 8,000 gil, let's go. Your backpack did some other. Ow. Empathy for my inanimate object damage. I'll react like that when a person yanked whatever got snagged. Like, I'm saying ow as you're walking over lava as a mood. Ah! Ow. Iron Fist. Hey, it's prime time, everybody. these men. The criminal has appeared. Do not step on... Well, not for the expected reason, but I am now playing this game with one hand. Because I'm holding the mic because she pushed me back in the chair. Treasure box. Twin Lance. The criminal always has her way. Oh, fuck shit. Goodbye. Calm down. Oh my god. Calmeth thine hooters. Okay, she likes to biscuit on, like, my chest or my tummy when she's getting comfortable. And she just keeps going further and further up and pushing me further back into the chair. And she's trying to start making biscuits on my face, which, unlike the rest of my body, is completely exposed. And I don't... You need to understand that does not work. That causes me ouchies. She absolutely must be petted right now, non-optional. Live fur baby ASMR. Okay, Dot, you're gonna need to calm down just a little bit, because I'm still streaming. The cat does not understand the concept of live stream. Kibdi, it's true. I'm getting the unlimited Bonkworks treatment. She just keeps, like, headbutting me. Good thing I'm not a tree. I would have had all my Pokemon fall out of me by now. Love is stored in the bonk. Okay, come on, Furball. I have to video this game. Okay, she seems to have settled down a little bit. Wow. Sorry, changing plans. You actually have to pet this cat. I will pet my cat. Wow. But she got distracted and now she's just licking her own arm. Waluigi, is that you? It's been 40 years. Wah. That's what NSFW stands for, no soup for Waluigi. As far as lava goes, that shit ain't all that deadly. I give it like a 4 out of 10 on the lava-ometer. Volcanologists who are falling for each other go to lava hotels. Dude, I was sipping on my drink when you said that. It was never safe from Waluigi. I had this whole, like, meme drawing I've wanted to do in my head for years of, like, just Waluigi staring at an empty bowl, and the no soup for Waluigi, and it would be, like, in the new Super Mario Brothers font. Efreet yourself. So props to you, Guru, for properly hydrating. Bruh. What the fuck? Telling you, I consume water like no one's business. I constantly pee. We all be out here pissing. Okay, you guys saw the thing, like, have its little start its death animation and just stop dying, right? That wasn't just me. See, since Ferris has the ice shield, whenever this thing uses an ice attack, it restores her health instead of doing damage. Honestly, like, bladders and ADHD are like arch nemeses, because you want to, like, when you actually get into something, you don't want to stop or get up or do anything. But, you know, the bladder will not let you escape. You must get up. Ice Dragon said, man, I'm built different and just chose not to die. Okay, it made the death sound and then just didn't die again. What the hell is going on? I'm leaving. Goodbye. Team's looking great. Or you zone out completely and stop feeling your bladder, and then you get a UTI. I mean, just imagine there's a plant in my toilet and I need to water it with my pee. That's not what I would imagine, but if it motivates you, I'm not gonna judge out loud. Though apparently lemons will get like super powerful if you pee on the tree that they grow from. I mean, Kay, you're the weird one here for that. Yes, I've never been the weird one in any group before. You don't got a piss plant? Live a little. In this economy? Okay, so we know this one's good. You know this one's good, this one's good. No, that one's no good. The center tile's no good. Yeah, that one's good. We got over here to the summon person!
I'll join you if you're stronger than me. Come on, show me what you've got.
The plant needs piss. Have some compassion. Titan. Have some empathy, some parental instincts. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to say anything negative about your piss plant. We all have needs. Level 1. Okay, so we have 14,000 HP we gotta grind through. Vulnerable to water, and wind, and earth, and holy, and poison, and lightning, and frost, and fire. Damn, bro. Why didn't Titan work? Okay, Rama. That didn't seem very vulnerable to me. That's a carbuncle of elements. He's good. Lock in, chat. We got this. Apparently we got it.
You kids are strong after all. This could be good for a laugh.
Summon monster carbuncle. Lock in successful, I guess so. Okay, I see where that put us now. Oh, ow. Sorry, I don't want to have to redo everything with the carbuncle fight because that thing got some lucky shots on me. Okay. We know this one's good. The top thing took us to Carbuncle. We got the treasure boxes. But we need to go to that bottom skull. Oh, sweet. Kind of do it one tile at a time so I wouldn't, like, freaking accidentally go a little too far. Yay, more save point! It's cottage o'clock, baby! Speaking of piss, find out peegasms or some women would purposely hold their pee long enough so I can feel it in their G-spot. I mean, I don't really have anything to say about that either way. Like, when you live with a body your entire life, you experiment with everything, even if it's something that can quote-unquote be openly talked about or not. No, I didn't want to say anything judgmental. Sounds like you already know it, more or less. I don't know if you're talking about me or Guru, but it's something I've heard about here and there, yeah. I just kind of wanted... I didn't want to say something to come off as judgmental, because, like, again, you know, we all live in a body. And even the parts that we're not supposed to talk about are still things that exist. It's empty. Is you wondering about my first plan? I can't say I know about this. Well, wondering. I kinda got what you meant, don't worry. Eh? Ah, jeez. Gilgamesh?
Ha ha ha! Looking for something? Well, guess what? I already took the treasure. Oh, you guys are so burned.
Discord? How dare you? Bro, really trying to start the Discord call. But on the bright side, we do get to listen to Battle at the Big Bridge again, so... Castigate yourselves. Damn, he howling at the moon, though. Read about it on TikTok, and TikTok would never lie to me. Damn, TikTok's full of only truths. Guys, follow me on Only Truth, where I mostly post Ace Attorney stuff. Dance Hall Days. We're really just coming here only throwing down a million billion status effects. Hurricane. Okay, locking in again.
Already, our fourth rumble. I must say, I quite enjoy these tussles. I feel we've gained an understanding. An understanding that I will pound you silly. Ha ha! Say, what happened to that spry old fellow?
He fought Exdeath, and
I see.
pound me, daddy, make me pee. Okay. At least take us out on a date first.
Enough expository banter. Now we fight like men, and ladies who dress like men. For Gilgamesh, it's morphin' time!
I forgot there was a time when pound meant beating up. Hell yeah?
Now it's mine. See how good this Excalibur really is. How about you? I've been had! This is far from the strongest of swords. I feel so betrayed.
Judging by the bites Nikea gives Gilgamesh, I feel like he's great at aftercare.
Gilgamesh.
He got handed a paper mache replica of Excalibur.
You worthless fool. For your continued bungling, I banish you from this dimension.
But no! Anything but that!
Silence.
Thrown into the rift.
No!
Excalibur. It's a running joke weapon in the Final Fantasy series. Legendary Holy Sword can be used two-handed. Hey, you can also double-click on a weapon. It'll show you what job classes can use it. Get thrown into the rift, idiot. The Redux. Okay, IIRC. There's like a save point right back there. But no, Rain, like, you're not too far off, because the Excalibur is basically a papier-mâché replica of the Excalibur. Also, Guru, like, that you mentioned, the voice I have in my head for, Gilgamesh is very much like the, like, tokusatsu character who's not, like, a villain, not exactly a rival, but, you know, like, they try to play up being a villain, they talk about how they're gonna do evil and commit crimes and all this stuff, but they're actually end up being, like, the sweetest being and do all this, like, heroic stuff. Kind of like Team Rocket, yeah. Evil character who's just really bad at being evil. Because I even remember, like, my mom watching Pokemon with me, because, you know, obviously since they don't really get that much money from Giovanni, or they spend it all on building bizarre mech suits, Team Rocket would always have to do part-time jobs. And my mom pointed out that, like, every time they do anything that doesn't involve being evil, they're just really incredibly good at it.
Do not interfere. X-Death. No way we'll let you get away with this. You have any idea what I plan to get away with in the first place?
What? No, but...
You all fight so fiercely yet have no idea of the truth. I will return the Earth to how it used to be. You mean you'll turn it into a world full of evil? Believe what you wish. Simple-minded fools such as yourselves could never hope to understand my motives. It matters not. I will tolerate no more interruptions.
Evil is their passion. They only take part-time jobs because they have to... Because they have to do in order to do evil and survive. I will turn the world to how it used to be. Back to the Jurassic period. Yeah, oh, Guru figured out the plot twist, guys. Final Fantasy V is a prequel to Jurassic Park. Doom? Oh shit, Final Fantasy V can run Doom? 30 seconds to live. He's good. I love dinosaur. $100 G's. Dino Daisuke. Vacuum wave, ow! That's honestly a little rude, him trying to freaking just, like, clean his floor while we're fighting. Like, bro, give me your full attention. I've seen kids get frustrated by non-feathered dinosaurs, like, this kid ain't basic. Also, am I the only one who had this thing, like, whenever I'd go visit a friend's house when I was younger, for whatever reason, their parents would suddenly want them to do a bunch of chores when their friend shows up. Like, I even had a friend tell me that, like, you know, their mom or whatever didn't even ask them to do anything all day, and as soon as I came by, even though they knew I was coming by, then she's like, oh, I need you to take care of this and do this and do this. Bro, what the fuck? Knock that shit off. Considering Guru's love of both dinosaurs and cars, I have come to the conclusion that you just like really big things you can ride that roar. Which might explain your taste in men, too. Childhood memories, man. Bruh. do like great games. Call out. It's not a call out. It's a recognition. It's a show of love. This is how you know I'm short. I don't know, because I feel like tall people who are into guys want guys taller than them, but short people who are into guys want guys taller than them. Short kings need love and acknowledgement too, you know. I know, but because I'm short myself, I don't want anyone shorter than me. It's a weird mindset to have, but like... I mean, weirdly, it's not something I ever think about for a partner.
Oh no, the crystals! They're breaking!
Wow, he's totally dead now. Top 10 most dead villains. That's... It's Castle Tycoon. We're back home. We're back home, and we are gonna take a nap. Six feet is too bad because people will think I'm with my father? Oh yeah, I forget like the kind of shorter person curse of like being treated like you're a little kid if you're on somebody like there's too much of a height difference. Especially people now where like so many people stay really young looking, like well into their 30s. Yeah, it's just about 11 o'clock my time, and we've got a lot done story-wise this stream. We took on X stuff, we came back to our original world, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and start wrapping it up here. I want to do a little more, but I know I need to give myself some time to wind down and get some rest. I honestly was afraid I'd spend most of the stream wandering around, not remembering what to do, but Protective Night, I know. I want to play Final Fantasy V some more. It's just like, I wish I had the energy to stream like 4 or 5 days a week, but it's just hard for me to do with my job. But yeah, we got a lot done. It was a freaking blast, so thank you guys so much for coming by and hanging out with me while we play some Final Fantasy V. I'll be back soon. probably Thursday. I don't know if I'll do anything tomorrow. I mean, you beat the final boss, so it's just post-game left, yeah? You put on your clown noses, everybody. But I guess we'll find out next time we pop in Final Fantasy V. Until then, you guys have a wonderful evening. Or, I guess, wonderful middle of your day for you, Guru Neko. I'm probably going to eat myself something yummy, and play my other Animal Crossings, and watch some YouTube videos, and then pass out. Good night, everybody. Bye. Game over, yeah.